it's a work-related thing. So sometimes when people come up with their problem to me and ask for a solution, and the management, and I sometimes tend to sympathize with them a lot, and I tend to get off track, with what their manager thinks. So probably their manager thinks that they are bloating timelines and they should be, handled in a particular way. But I tend to get their perspective more, maybe because I was in their position once, and I tend to sometimes ignore what the manager thinks, and I tend to think that they are being too morally unfair to the people. Although these guys are working very hard, there has to be a time where these guys have to be a little flexible.
So what are you trying to achieve in this conversation? Like, what do you want to change? What do you want to change for yourself?
I want to get an insight into how I should be able to understand the position from both the sides equally, neutrally, and not judge and not take sides, basically.
So what I'm hearing is that you want to develop a skill to evaluate the situations without biases, and currently you are finding difficulty. Okay. So I want to be clear in our conversation that I will help you in finding out some of the ideas which probably help you in resolving these biases. But this is your problem, so all solution has to be done by you. So it's not me who are providing solution. I am a co-chair who will help you to think through. So is it okay between both of us?
Yeah.
Okay. And in order to give this think through, I need to ask some of the questions. Okay. So if we want to, how is it happening right now? What are you learning? What are you feeling?
There is a team who has some deliveries to commit to, and they are working hard towards it, but with the capacity of the team and the number of people, and what I've seen with the trends of work, they have been overworking, and so as they look to me, to give them some solution or to at least rescue them from their situation, they're coming to me. I do tend to understand the management side as well, but I personally feel like my personal thoughts are coming in where I feel that they're pushing them too much, which will hamper their productivity. Okay. At the end, the organization's goal will not match, and it's my job to take care of that, and I'm not able to do my job because of that.
So if you are not biased, if you don't take sides, what will come out? What is the desired state? What you want to do?
Probably come on a place where the deliveries are met, but either people understand that it's important for them to work in that way, or the management understands that there has to be some flexibility.
Okay, so I will come back again. This is the desired output. But what would you do? So what I am hearing is that right now you get influenced, you get empathized, you end up losing the grip from the situation and you become biased. If you are not biased, if you are not losing grip from the situation, what would you be doing instead?
I would probably first listen to both sides and try not to put my thoughts, my perspective while I'm even listening to them.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you want to develop a capacity where you can listen the development teams without getting judgmental about it. Yeah? And that will help you to solve the problems going forward. So can we talk about a dilemma, how to improve listening skills without judgment?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think can help you in listening without judgments?
I don't know, maybe just come up with whenever I'm free or with clear mind, to start at least with that, and to first not listen to the victim maybe, and first listen to the management. That would probably not create bias in my mind, because they are victims basically as of now. And at least first listen to the management side, understand their perspective, and see if these guys are really, probably are victims, but is it really necessary for them to do that?
Okay, so what I'm hearing is, since you get biased with developers' conversation, you may want to invest time in other side so that you have a broader perspective of things and which will help you to reduce the biases.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you can do?
Probably, I don't know. Both the teams are not going to open up to each other. I know for sure. They've not done it till now. But
It's all about you. You want to listen without judgment. You don't want to solve the problem. That's the second stage.
okay, yeah. I will probably. I don't know how to get my baggage out of my head and just listen to people, but I will probably note down wherever I'm going wrong and strike it off in case I'm doing it, and just take care while I'm talking about the things that I don't get involved, and I just make it very what can I say, professional. Like I make boundaries
Okay.
for myself.
What I'm hearing is the first thing you came in your mind is listening to the management views, you have a different perspective. And second thing which I am hearing here is that you create your boundaries clear by way of recording the things rather than adding a judgment or feeling to it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the second thing you can try. Have you tried doing any of these two things before?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I would listen to people, I would try not to judge, but whenever, and I would not write it. So whenever I would think about it, my own judgments will add on to what they would say. That probably created a bias. I think if I write it, more professionally and just not think about it, I might just go back and refer it and maybe not get emotionally involved. With management, yes, I have tried to talk, but so it's a difference in opinion from there to mine. So I think that is one more reason which adds up to my bias, because whatever they say, I tend not to get okay with it, because it is against the policies of the company. Like working hours should be flexible in a way, should plan properly, not overcome it. But they're still doing it, so I feel that it's a block in my job as well.
So what I'm hearing is that you have not yet tried writing it down and exploring it. That is something new, is a new thing for you.
Yeah.
But you have tried understanding the management perspective. But what I'm hearing is you could not understand their perspective because your biases are coming in.
Yes, in a way.
Yeah, that is what I'm hearing. Now, if I put this question again, what can you hear them? What can help you in hearing the management without your biases?
I don't know. I'm not clear, because see, the bias is not even for the people. The bias is that there is a policy which has to be followed, and they're not following that. In doing so, they are violating the development.
So that's the your belief.
That's
That's your belief. Okay, if I put a little bit more question here, just exploring together, what probably can trigger them to do it?
To do what?
To do policy violation and behave the way they are behaving.
Ambition to prove themselves. It's good, of course, but
What can possibly trigger an ambition to prove themselves? What is the need?
they want to make their mark. They are relatively new team in the whole company, and there has been a lot of investment done on them, and they want to prove that they can, they can prove to be really good for the company and really profitable for the
And what
company.
if they don't able to, if they fail in proving? What are the consequences? What they will lose?
I don't know what they will lose. Like management wise, I don't know, but probably they will be told that they have to look upon whatever they are committing, and they should probably see back whatever they are committing has to be completed. So the capacity has
So
to
will it help you
Mm.
in understanding the management perspective better if you spend some time in exploring what is triggering them to an ambition and to prove themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you do something to understand that part? Probably that will help you to broaden your perspective.
Yeah, I think I can go and talk to them and listen what they want to say, and probably have an open conversation about what are their thinking and what is their thinking and what are their ambitions and what is making them do this, whatever they're doing. Of course, not put my judgment into it that I feel that whatever they're doing is doing wrong to somebody, but maybe just get their perspective.
Great. So now we have two actions in hand. So we started with the conversation that how do you get rid of your biases whenever the problem comes to you. You emphasize with the people whom you have worked a lot, your past background, and you want to get an independent perspective. And then we explored that how can we see the different side in detail, and how can, while doing the conversation with the development team, you can be aware by using some tools like writing and not committing or judging till the time you conclude the whole conversation. We explored further on different side of issue, and we realized that when you talk to the different side, you still have a biases. So we dig further and reach to a stage where you may want to explore the reasons, the needs behind the different sides' actions, so the needs and reasons behind the management actions. So out of these two areas, what would you like to explore next week?
I'd probably talk to the management first and understand their point, write them down again, and then probably do the second thing.
Good. So this is a good action to start close with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.